Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Futuh Al Ghaib, The Revelations of the Unseen, by Muhiyyaddeen Qadir Al Gilani, Qaddasallahu Sirrahul Azeez. The 11th Discourse. He said, when the desire for marriage arises in your mind while you are poor and needy, and you find yourself unable to afford it, and you hold yourself in patience in expectations of relief from Allah, whose power created in you such a desire, or who found the desire in you, He Himself will help you, either by removing the desire from you, or sustain you in bearing the burden of the same by making its resources accessible to you by way of gift, together with His blessings for sufficiency and making it light for you in this world and easy in the other. Then Allah will call you patient and grateful because of your patience in the matter and contentment with His providence. So He will increase you in purity and power. And if it is decree of providence towards which He has driven you with His blessings of sufficiency, your patience will change into gratitude. And the mighty and the glorious has promised the grateful ones increase in His gifts, as He says in the Quran, if you are grateful, I would certainly give you more. And if you are ungrateful, my chastisement is truly severe. Chapter 14, verse 7. If you are grateful, I would certainly give you more. And if you are ungrateful, my chastisement is truly severe. And if it is not destined for you, you should be indifferent towards it, and drive it away from your heart whether your animal self likes it or not. You should thus hold your patience and oppose your desire and hold fast to the commandment of the law. Be contented with the decree of providence and hope in this condition for the favor and gift of Allah. Indeed, Allah Himself has said, only the patient will be paid back their reward in full without measure. Only the patient will be paid back their reward in full without measure. The 12th Discourse. He said, when Allah the Mighty and Glorious gives you wealth and you are diverted by it from obedience to Him, He screens you away. When Allah the Mighty and Glorious give you wealth and you are diverted it from obedience to Him, He screens you away on account of it from Himself, both in this world as well as in the hereafter. And it is also possible that He may take away the gift from you and change you and reduce you to poverty as a punishment for your turning away from the giver, attracted by the gift. And if you engage yourself with obedience to Him and become indifferent towards the wealth, Allah will make a free gift of it to you and will not lessen it even by an atom. And if you engage yourself with obedience to Him and become indifferent towards the wealth, Allah will make a free gift of it to you and it will not lessen even by an atom. Wealth is your servant, and you are the servant of the Lord. Wealth is your servant, and you are the servant of the Lord. Therefore, live in this world under His loving care, and in the hereafter honorably, and in ease, in the garden of abiding residence, in this company, in the company of the truthful, the Siddiquns, and the witnesses, Shahids, and the virtuous, Salihs. The 13th Discourse. He said, Allah be pleased with him, do not make any effort to appreciate any blessings, nor to ward off any calamity. Do not make any effort to appreciate any blessing, nor towards any calamity. The blessings will come to you if it is destined for you. The blessings will come to you if it is destined for you, whether you seek it or not seek it, whether you like it or dislike it. And the calamity will overtake you if it is destined for you, whether you dislike it and try to ward it off by prayer or confront it with your patience and fortitude in order to earn the pleasure of the Lord. You should surrender yourself in everything so that He may do His work through you. You should surrender yourself in everything so that He may do His work through you. If it be a blessing, be engaged in thanksgiving, and if it is a calamity, either exhibit patience or try to cultivate patience and alliance with Allah and His pleasure, or try to feel His blessings in this, or be merged in Him through this as far as you can afford, by means of spiritual status which are given to you, and in which you are being turned over again and again, and in which you are made to journey from stage to stage in your way towards Allah, to obey and befriend whom you are commanded, so that you may meet the great friend, that is Allah. You will then be made to stand at a place which has been reached before by the Siddiqs and Shahids and Salihs. That is to say, you will attain to extreme nearness to Allah, so that you may observe the position of those who have gone before you to the heavenly King, the Lord of glory, the owner of the kingdom, and who have attained nearness to Him and received from Him every kind of amenity and joy and security and honor and blessing. And let the calamity visit you, and do not obstruct its way, nor confront it with your prayer, nor feel uneasy over its coming and approaching you, because its fire is not more terrible than the fire of the hell and its flames. It is reliably related in the traditions about the best of mankind, and the best of these whom the earth carries on its surface, and the sky covers with the shade. I mean, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, "Verily, the fire of hell will speak to the believer, saying, 'Pass hurriedly alone, O believer, because your light is extinguishing my flame.' Verily, the fire of the hell will speak to the believer, saying, 'Pass hurriedly alone, O believer, because of your light, it's extinguishing my flame.' Now, is not the light of a believer which extinguishes the flame of a hell, same which is to be found with him in this world, and which distinguishes those who obey Allah from those who disobey? Let the same light extinguish the flame of calamity, and let the coolness of your patience and harmony with Allah extinguish the heat of what is going to overtake you. Thus the calamity has not come to you to crush you. Thus the calamity has not come to you to crush you, but to try you and to confirm the correctness of your faith, and to strengthen the foundation of your convictions, and to give you inwardly the good news from your Lord about His kind thoughts for you. Allah says, "And most certainly we will try you until we have known those among you who exert themselves hard and the patience, and made your case manifest." And most certainly we will try you until we have known those among you who exert themselves hard and the patient, and made your case manifest. Thus, when your faith with Allah is proved, and you have been quite in harmony with His work, with certainty, and all this with the help of power given by Him and His benevolent help, then you should always remain patient, and in complete harmony with Him, and in fullest obedience to Him. Do not allow anything to happen in yourself, nor in others which may go against the commandments and prohibitions of Allah. And when any of his commandments comes, listen to it with attention, and he quick to act upon it, and be on the move, and do not remain inactive, and do not remain passive before the decree of providence and its act, but employ your power and efforts to fulfill the commandment. Then if you find yourself unable to carry out the order, do not lose time in repenting to Allah. Seek His refuge and humble yourself before Him, and ask His forgiveness, and try to find out the cause for your inability to carry out His order and to be prevented from being honored by your obedience to Him. Possibly, this inability is due to the evil of your presumptions, or to your unmannerliness in the course of your obedience to Him, or to your pride, or to your reliance on your own resources and powers, or to your being conscious of your own action, or to your associating your own self or the creation with Him, as a result of which He has kept you away from His door, and dismissed you from obedience to Him and from His service, and shut out from you the help of His strength, and turned away from you His benign face, and turned away from you His benign face, and become angry with you, and estranged from you, and kept you occupied with your trials in the world, and with your passions, and your vice, and your desire. Do you not know that all these things make you obvious of your Lord, and make you fall away from the sight of Him, who has created you, and nourished you, and blessed you with so many gifts? Beware lest these things which are besides Allah should divert from your Lord. Everything which is not Allah is besides Allah. So do not accept any other thing in preference to Him. Do not accept any other thing in preference to Him, because He has created you for His own sake. So do not be unjust to your own soul, so as to be preoccupied with the things other than His commandments, because that will cause you to enter the fire, of which the fuel will be the men and the stones, and then you will be sorry. But your sorrow will not benefit you, and you will make excuses, but so excuse will be accepted, and you will cry for help, but so help will be forthcoming, and you will try to please Allah, but without any access to you. You will cry for help, but no help will be coming to you until you try to please Allah, but without any success, and you will try to come back to the world to take stock of experiences and to mend matters, but you will not be allowed to return. Take pity on your soul and be kind to it, and bring into use all the instruments for the service of your Lord, such as your intelligence and faith and spiritual enlightenment and knowledge which have been given to you, and seek to illuminate your surrounding with the light proceeding from these in the midst of the darkness of destiny, and hold fast to the injunctions and prohibitions of Allah, and traverse under the direction provided by these two, the path towards your Lord, and surrender whatever it besides these two to Him, who has created you and caused you to grow, and do not be ungrateful to Him, who has created you from dust, and then from a small life germ, then He made you into a perfect man. And do not wish for anything which is beside His commandments, and do not consider anything bad unless it be His prohibition. Remain contented with regard to the world and the hereafter, with the former object in view, and despite with regard to both of them, the latter, that is the hereafter, Thus, everything that may be diverted or desired by you should be subservient to the former object, and everything despised should be subordinated to the latter hateful things. When you are in harmony with His commandment, the whole universe will pay its homage to you. And when you despise the things prohibited by Him, all unseemly things will run away from you, wheresoever you may happen to remain. When you are in harmony with His commandment, the whole universe will pay its homage to you. And when you despise things prohibited by Him, unseemly things will run away from you, wheresoever you may happen to remain. Allah has said in some of His books, O children of Adam, I am Allah. There is no other deity besides me. I say to a thing, be, and it comes to exist. Obey me. I will make you such that you will say to a thing, be, and it will be there. O children of Adam, I am Allah. There is no other deity besides me. I say to a thing, be, and it comes to exist. Obey like an obedient servant. And I will make you such that you will say to a thing, be, and it will be there. And He also said, O earth, whosoever serves me, serve him, and whoever serves you, keep him worried. And He also said, O earth, whosoever serves me, serve him, and whoever serves you, keep him worried. So, when His prohibitions come to you, you should become like one who has become loose and tired in his joints and has lost all physical reactions. A man with a bruised heart, contracted breast, and spiritless body, without any desire and purpose, freed from all impressions of material world, cut off from all and devoid of all signs of animal life and marks of animal desire, like a dark country yard and a dilapidated, uninhabited building with its roof fallen down, without any perception and any traces of animal existence. You should become like one who is deaf even from his birth, and your eyes should be like that of a person who is blindfolded and born blind, and your lips should be as if they are full of sores and are swollen, and your tongue should be as if it is dumb and coarse, and your teeth should be as if they have pus in the roots and are full of pain and disintegrated, and your two hands should be as if they are paralyzed and incapable of holding anything, and your face should be as if they are stricken and trembling and full of wounds, and your sex organ should be as if it has lost all power and is engaged in other things, and your stomach should be as if it is full and indifferent to food, and your understanding as if it is mad, and your body should be as if it is dead and carried to the grave. I repeat. So when His prohibitions comes to you, you should become like the one who has become loose and tired in his joints and has lost all physical reactions. A man with a bruised heart, contracted breast, and spiritless body without any desire and purpose, freed from all impressions of the material world, cut off from all and devoid of all signs of animal life and marks of animal desires, like a dark country yard and a dilapidated, uninhabited building with its roof fallen down, without any perceptions of any traces of animal existence. You should become like the one who is deaf from the birth, And your eyes should be like that of a person who is blindfolded and born blind. And your lips should be as if it is full of sores and swollen. And your tongue should be as if it is dumb and coarse. And your teeth should be as if they have pus in their roots and are full of pain and disintegrated. And your two hands should be as if they are paralyzed and incapable of holding anything. And your feet should be as if they are stricken and trembling and full of wounds. And your sex organ should be as if as if it has lost all power and is engaged in other things. And your stomach should be as if it is full and indifferent to food. And your understanding as if it is mad. And your body should be as if it is dead and carried to the grave. So, you should listen and carry out quickly the commandments of Allah. Just as you should feel lazy and hesitant and slothful in matters of prohibition and behave like a dead man. So, you should listen and carry out quickly the commandments of Allah, just as you should feel lazy and hesitant and slothful in matters of prohibition and behave like a dead man, and be resigned to the decree of Allah. So drink this syrup and take this remedy and have this diet so that you may be free from the desires of the flesh, be cured of the diseases of the sin, and be free from the bondage of desires, thus be restored to be perfect spiritual health.